Hi guys, good to see you all again. I am still on vacation right now, and this message is hitting you from the past, the past, the past. This is another episode of food that I typically would not serve y'all, content that I wouldn't put on my channel, but whatever's clever, just pulled the lever, right? And so here we go. I'm more focused on actually trying to provide content for y'all while I'm gone. Aren't I a nice guy, right? Like seriously, and I don't say that in arrogance, like just real talk, dude. I mean, I'm a nice person. Yeah, I've done a lot of bad things in my life, you know. But I would like to say, but I would like to think, no, I do know for a fact that if we define ourselves by the deeds that we do, yo, since I kind of became like an adult, I don't know, man. I got a pretty good record right now. I got a pretty good record, and I aim to keep it that way. Just like how flamingos, you know how they're all pink because they eat like shrimp and all that stuff. I believe that's true, right? I mean, so you kind of are what you eat in so many different ways. And Yeah, I'd like to think I'm one of the good guys. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me once again and clicking that thumbnail and providing me the most precious of currencies in all of the universe, which is bottle caps. No, that's Fallout. That's time. Time is your most precious currency, and I plan to talk about that in one of the channel chats. But for now, we're gonna take a look at Homeboy. Yo, he's weird, huh? He's weird. Look at his legs. Look at his legs. Yo, weird. So weird. Watch how I move up his arm so you can kind of see it. But look at that. Look at that. It looks all bulked out. Super inverted knee, anime mech type droid. And yeah. Like I said, I don't know. These are things that I just typically would not put on the channel for a variety of reasons, as I mentioned in the other video. But whatever. I think y'all can appreciate it because y'all are cool. Y'all are cool like that. Yeah. And yeah, for the most part, no one's come out and said. Actually, there's been one person who came out and said like, "Yo, it looks like." Well, in a not so polite way, they basically said it looks bad. And I was kind of like, "Hey, thanks for your feedback." And I was hoping that they would expound upon that, you know, because it's like, I'm okay with feedback, and you don't have to like it. But if you don't like my burger, it would be really nice if you told me why. You don't like the sesame bun? You don't like the type of meat that I chose? Did I cook it too much? Too much vegetables? Too much sauce? Burger soggy? It'd be nice, but if people just say, "Dude, your burger sucks," there's not really much I can do with that, you know. So yeah, thanks for y'all who have been supportive, um, and also provide like feedback. Yeah, like it's like, oh, you know what? I feel like it could be done better this way, or like, hey, how about this? Like, dude, those are all cool. Sometimes I can do them, sometimes I can't, but yeah. So anyway, always thank you so much. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Yeah, so yeah, my name's Agent Orange. That's right. That's right. And you are nice to meet you. Whether it's the first time or the second time, third, fourth, returning time. Yeah, it's just good to talk. It's just good to talk and be in each other's presence, even if we can't do it physically. This is what we got, you know. This is the world we live in, and so yeah. Thank you so much. What we are looking at today is a trifecta combo of COG, Ironworks, and Airwave. This is another one of the builds where I'm just kind of like not focused. I think I was watching UFC when I made this, the last UFC event. Yeah, Edson Barbosa versus Giga Chikadze. Oh Lord, y'all see that fight? Oh Lord, that Giga kick is insane. Anyway, yeah, I just I don't know. I just wasn't really too focused, and I was just slapping parts together. And some parts I borrowed from other builds. Obviously, this hook claw hand is very ubiquitous. Is that the right word? Is very like is hallmark is like Ironworks is known for this part, you know. And this arm over here actually is taken from the other build that I did. The Where is he at? Where is he at? Is he close by? No, I can't find him right now. There's another guy that I did that's a cog and airwave combo as I I'm still I'm still looking around the room right now. I'm like, where is this guy? I don't know where I put him, but yeah, he was a cog airwave combo. I'm still looking around. All right, forget it. Cog airwave combo, and what I learned from that one, especially like this arm, this kind of like cohesive looking giant laser thing. Yeah, I took that. I took that from that build. But everything else is kind of new-ish. Yeah. He's very different, and a lot of times when I build these bots, this is a little loose. I should have strengthened that. I start with the legs first because these guys are just they're just creations that you're putting together, so they do need a lot of they need a strong base to stand on. They need the legs have to be good, and so a lot of times I just focus on the legs. But for this particular review, I'll just start splitting them from top down because it's easier that way. So over here, oh man, still got a burp. Still got a burp, but what can I do, right? And I'm not gonna burp at y'all like on camera. I mean, if we was just talking as friends, yeah, I probably would have burped in your face, but but that's because there's yeah. Anyway, you'd be more understanding of that, I'm sure. Why am I talking about burping? Okay, so this right arm is really interesting in the way I set it up. It's that panel arm of Airwave, the one that looks like this. So instead of keeping this closed, you're flipping this part open and you're flipping this back. Now, when you open this up, there's a port up there. And so that port you are plugging in. How do I do this? Wait, was it the top one? Wait, hold up. I'm messing it up right now. But no, that's not how it was. I don't know. I think it was like that, but I can't get the fit right for some reason. That's all right. Let's just say it was like this. No, it's bugging me. Oh, okay. I had to just basically plug it in from the back. And so this is Airwave's other arm, the one that doesn't have, these panels. And then you just have that plugged in like so. And the most important part is one of these pegs needs to be pointed down so that you can plug it into the thigh bit of Airwave, because Airwave has these two ports on his thighs, and you're spinning one, because normally the thighs would look like this. And then you're spinning this and then plugging this in here and then closing that all up so that it looks like it's one solid, like, cohesive piece. Yeah. Sorry, my front light is out, so that's why you're getting all this shadow, but whatever, it is what it is. So this is the back barrel portion of Airwave's gun, and this is Ironworks' entire gun, and that forms that big kind of spear. And then you just plug that in right there into Cog's body, and that's the right arm. The left arm, excuse me, the left, sorry, homie. The left arm this is utilizing Ironworks' other arm. Actually, where's the other arm? Oh, okay, I see it. This is Ironworks' arm. And this, which would normally be the wrist, this is going to be the shoulder connector. And this is the shoulder, but that's going to be the elbow. What you do is you configure it like so. Then you plug in the front part of Ironworks for that hook action. And that's easy. And that's your left arm. Yeah. And those you just plug in into Cog like this and like that. And that's good. Yeah. So I'm going to just remove the arms right now. Let's see. What's the... Yeah, I guess we could do the legs. Oh, all right. You know what? It's more complicated than I thought because I forgot I cinched it in the back. It's all right. So this is the back, and I just want you to see that this is Ironworks' hand, the one with the hinge, the one that folds up. And this is plugged in to the back of... it's a tight fit. It's plugged into the back of Ironworks' crotch. Ironworks' waist piece. And this right here is Ironworks' waist piece, and this is included in there, and I'll talk about that in a second. And above it, up at the top, this is the other platform bit that comes with Ironworks, and that plugs in kind of like beneath his button, so you can pop that off too. You can see that it's in backwards because it'd be asymmetric. It'd be kind of like uncentered. So you just plug it in backward, and that way it's kind of like centered. Yeah? Oops, sorry. All right, cool. So now we're wondering, what is Ironworks' thigh, hip, crotch bit doing back here? Well, what it's doing, it's cinching the legs, these legs in place. It's holding them in place from the back. I mean, not only are they connected here, they're also connected here as well. And this bit then is plugged into the backpack. It's actually pretty ingenious. Like, I'm really proud of how that worked. And so everything plugs into everything to some degree. And I'm sorry, I'm just kind of looking at this trying to figure out what's the best way to do this. All right, you know what? All right, the guns. We'll just remove the guns first. And this is our dude, I need to burp. My bad. Hold up. Let me take the microphone off. Hold up. Hope you guys, I hope you guys didn't hear that, but whatever, dude. So this is plugged into the back, right? So what you're doing is first you're gonna remove that. All right, now so each of the bodies is separated from one another, and then from there, these are Ironworks' hip connectors, and so you're gonna remove them, and they're plugged into the back of the feet. They're plugged into these two ports over here. And so we're going to move those to the side. Now, this is Airwaves Head, or Airwaves Body, and Airwaves Head folded down has this little port. And that port, you're plugging in Ironworks' peg from his, like I said, crotch waist bit. And that hole right there, that middle one, that plugs into this peg. And then these two hip connectors plug into these holes over here. Like I said, I don't have my forward camera right now, and that's why you can't see all this stuff. But yeah, it plugs in like that, then it plugs in like that, and it's very, very secure. All right, now let's look at the legs. Oh, the torso. Obviously, this is Ironworks' hook, just plugged into the front of Cog's body, and each of the legs are identical. And I think the legs are really, really fun the way they're made. And so, in order for this to like look properly, you have to observe this slight angle, because that angle is what allows Cog's thigh bit, hip bit, or whatever you want to plug in. And so you just have Ironworks' leg like this, and then you keep the knee slightly exposed. And then there is a hole on Ironworks' leg, and there's a peg on Airwave's leg, and you plug those things together. And then you follow that down, and there's a hole on the bottom of Airwave's foot, and then you're plugging in Brunt's, or not Brunt, Cog. You're plugging in Cog's knee peg into the foot, and then you're having Cog's thigh kind of angle out, almost just like Ironworks, and then you're plugging in his arm. You're plugging in his arm after angling it like so. What's being plugged in there is his wrist gun. You know that wrist gun that comes out from next to his hand? That's what's plugged in over there. And if you keep repeatedly doing that, yeah, you are going to lose some paint, because that's a painted part. It's blue, but it's painted black, and so some of mine have already lost paint. But yeah, I'm just playing with my toys, and so it's bound to happen. You bend this part back over here so that it becomes kind of like a support, but also this is a support over here, and this is Airwave's gun. Everything just kind of rests down like, let's say, no, everything kind of rests like that. And so here, if you see how it's connected, like I said earlier, right, knee to shin, and then shin to foot, and then this, yeah, see how it's lost some paint over here, and then this is just the arm configured like that. And plug that into the knee. I mean, I feel like it's meant to plug into the knee, because there aren't many parts that can recess so deeply into the knee of Cog. And then that top part, just plugging it in here, that's a really, really tight fit. And that's kind of it. That's kind of it. Dude, it has, I don't know, I really like that look. I really, really like that look. I mean, you could argue that it might be a little bit busy, and perhaps it's not the most aesthetically pleasing to look at, but I mean, I don't know. I actually think it is. And so sometimes I second guess myself, like, why don't I want to share this with y'all? Like, what's the real reason, you know? And those are the things that I do think about, excuse me. Yeah. I am constantly thinking about stuff. I have my own philosophical practice that I call disciplism. And what that is, you know, disciple means you're kind of like a student. And so all that means is that I'm just a student of life. I just like to pay attention to things that happen around me and try to synthesize the lessons that I could potentially learn from those things, from my experiences. And so, yeah, that's my own little teaching. I am an ordained minister of disciplism. It's not a religious thing, but I was able to get that distinction. But yeah, it's not a religion or anything like that. It's just, and I don't know why I got ordained, but it's just a philosophy, just a way of thought. A lot of it is, copied, derived, borrowed from existing teachings and stuff. So let's see. Yeah, we're putting them together like so. On the back part, dude, he's pretty sturdy. He's pretty sturdy. Oh no, my camera's about to turn off. All right, guys, I'm sorry, but my camera's about to turn off right now, and so I'll just talk to you guys next time. Agent Orange over, and take care, guys. Bye.